guys, I haven't posted in a while because I'm very infrequent with posting, but I got a surprise today. This here is my first ball jointed doll ever. I'm so excited. Like, I waited 3 months for him to get here because I ordered him during an event, and I also did some research after I ordered him and realized the company kind of takes a little bit longer with their dolls, but I'm super excited. I ordered him from Alice's collection because I heard a lot of good things about them for being, like, you know, first dolls and all that. So without kind of like any more rambling, I'm going to open him. I kind of did all the other opening of the box upstairs because there's a lot of tape on that box and I really didn't want to try to open that on camera. So we're just gonna... Okay, sweet. So we got a little book thing. I think it's just full of like their different dolls. It looks like it's just mostly their female dolls that are super cute. Kind of like an unpopular thing that I ended up doing, well, it's little sponges, that I know that a lot of people do not suggest for your first doll is I got a full size, I think it's like the proper term is an SD doll. This is the wig I got for him. And I know like it's definitely not like a thing everybody's like, oh, get an MSD for your first doll, and I was going to, but then I saw my boy and I kind of fell in love, and that's why I ended up choosing him. This is kind of cool. I don't really understand. Oh, that kind of spooked me. I don't really understand. Things are just flying everywhere now. I don't really understand it, but ooh. Oh goodness gracious. I'm afraid to touch him. Let's, we're gonna do that. And here's his, I think it's like his certificate. Oh. I don't know what this is, but it's kind of neat. But this is his like certification of like on the word that means the real deal. Yeah, I'm bad at this game. Ooh, he came. Oh no, cat. No, no. Baby, no. Demix, I love you, honey, but no. Please leave me alone. This looks like it's his eyes, and he came with some lashes too. You're gonna see my cat for a little bit. No, Dem. Can you leave? Please? I love you, honey, but no. There's another baggie. Oh, no, Demex, please don't do that. This is something. I don't know what it's for, but I'll ask some of my friends later. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, you're not how I expected you to feel. But I love you either way. So let's, oh, dang, you got a penis. This video is gonna get age restricted, that's for sure. But he has a peen, guys. Your arm just moved like that. I don't know. My cat is currently like right here. He keeps just moving around. Okay, let's, oh no, honey, your feet look kind of wonky. Oh, I don't know if this is normal or not. Shoot. Well, I might actually need to do the whole restringing thing. I just don't have the tools for that. But there's his foot. I'll ask my friend about this later. I don't know if like I just took that off wrong or whatever. I hope that's just like, do I want to try to do this now? Okay, so Did this break? Kind of hoping it didn't. And I'm just hoping that it's that I'm gonna talk to my friend about this to see what's all going on with that, because that might have been my fault possibly, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna take this one off a lot more gently because I don't want a repeat of what that just did to happen to his other leg, because if that's a fixable mistake, and it's just a fact. Because, like, nothing really looks broken, I guess. It's just, like, his foot looks kind of weird, and it might just be, like, that's how it looks. But I don't know, like, this is kind of what it looks like on the inside. Like I said, I'm not really experienced in this. Maybe me getting a full-size doll was not a good idea. But I really wanted him, so you know what? Heck it. I mean, I wanted to get into this hobby full on. I've been wanting to be in this hobby since I was a youngling. Almost bought myself a good old recast on eBay. What a terrible day that would have been for young me. Okay. Okay. Oh, your foot is all sorts of wound up. We're gonna fix that, honey. My cat is being annoying. You can see these things moving over here. It's because of him. Stop it, Demex. I love you, but stop. I think everything else is fine though. Like, everything else looks like it is perfectly fine, because his other leg is like completely norm. Can you sit, honey? I love him. Take this thingy off, and this reminds me of some like elfin lead shit going on here. My cat is playing in the styrofoam of all this. I'm gonna keep that in there for the moment. I sadly don't have any clothes for this boy right now, so that was kind of a mistake on my part. He has a wig though. I mean, he has hair and eyes and all that. He just doesn't have himself clothing. So his peen is gonna be out for a little bit. My bad. Oh, what a beautiful boy. I'm gonna bring this up here just because I don't want to move him too much, but here he is. He is the Charles sculpt from Gem of Dolls. I mean, I really liked him, hence why I chose him. But, I just think I need to figure out what happened with here. I just think that I need to restring him, I think that's what it's called. I'm really uneducated about this, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get his wig on. Let's see how this goes. This is gonna be like a really bad video just because I did research. My question is, did I do enough research on him? On dolls themselves? Okay. Let's try to get this to look that does not look correct. I'm assuming that is on backwards. Yeah, because that looks better, maybe? Oh, no. But he has hair now, and that's all that matters. I had a really good experience. We're gonna kind of just move this out of the way because he's missing a leg right now. It's okay, honey. I mean, I had a really good experience with Alice's collection. They were really nice to me for kind of being my first doll. I was happily like they treated me very well. I made a few mistakes, but they very much were willing to help me out in fixing it. I guess the only problem is his leg. His leggy kind of just didn't do what it was supposed to. And I'm pretty sure this is just an easy fix that I might need to work a little bit on to get it redone. But other than that, he's perfect. He's exactly what I expected him to be. Well, kind of. I didn't expect him to be this smooth. I don't know what I expected, honestly. But he is a very beautiful boy. I love him very much. He's a lengthy boy because, let's see, I'm gonna... I shouldn't be laughing at this. Oh, it looks like he was kind of just strung weirdly to begin with, but, okay, yeah, this leg just needs to be restrung. I think that's the term for it. I'm just hoping that I can do this without restringing him as a whole because I don't have the tools to do that, and unless like I have stuff here I can use, I'm kind of hoping that I can do it without like completely ruining my hands. But yeah, this has been a pretty nice experience. Like, I am pretty happy that I'm getting back into this hobby. Don't touch him, cat. Please. He is a sensitive boy who lost his entire leg. Well, almost his entire leg. Well, I'm going to go now, figure out what I can do to fix him, and yeah, this has been a good old experience with your boy Jasper, girl Jasper, confused Jasper. I will see you guys later. Hi guys, and welcome to part 2. I know I did this last time in part 1, but this time it's the for real part 2 of my first ever ball joint doll experience. First doll Cecil right here. He's not naked anymore, and his leg is fully intact. As you can see, he's actually standing right now because I didn't want to have him sitting in my lap because he doesn't have like a wig cap thing or anything really holding his wig, so it flows around really easy, and I just don't want his wig falling over his eyes right now because I know it's not exactly how I had it styled earlier, but it works because he is in one piece and he looks gorgeous in my own opinion, but I could be wrong. Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned, but I did make his clothing for him, and I'm pretty proud of it. I mean, it's not exactly what I want him to be wearing, like, all the time, but for the moment, it works. So kind of like what happened, like you guys saw in the first part of the video, his whole right leg was completely unstrung. And it really like was worrying me and everything else, and it was the fact of that thing that I showed like with the foot on camera, like that it was bent out of place. Thankfully, it was an easy fix, and that I just had to wait for my stepdad, who had a little bit more strength than my mom, to come and help me fix his leg up more. And that I also thought I lost the S-hook for his leg, and it was just my stupidity because I actually had put it into one of the little baggies of like the eye stuff to, like, you know, put in his eyes, because his eyes are actually also in as well. You can't really see them, but they're there, and they're gorgeous. They're green and lovely. But I had slipped it into one of those bags, and I didn't look carefully enough, and I thought I had lost it, and so I made a makeshift one with a paper clip, which I know is not a good idea, but I was kind of running out of options at that point in time, and I was starting to freak out, so I kind of, to de-stress myself, I kind of, like, went with what I had. So, here he is. He is a beautiful, tall boy, and I'm kind of, like, really happy now that I went with an SD compared to an MSD. I feel like, he definitely, like, is going to be a bigger responsibility. And since I do plan on getting more SD dolls to kind of join the little crew once I start getting a little bit more money in, he will, like, it's not going to be that I have to replace his entire self compared to me just being like, oh yeah, I already have the SD doll. I can just buy more SD dolls to join his little group of crew, friends, enemies, love interests. I don't know, but we're gonna pretend I do. Yay! But I'm really happy that I went with him. Like, you know, I was kind of scared at first, like, with going with a SD doll. Like, I kind of said, like, in the other video, I know I said I wish I would have went with an MSD, but right now, like, after letting it sit in for a day, I really am happy that I went with a SD doll instead. He is a lot big, like, he was a lot bigger than I expected, but he's also, like, a lot better. Like, I don't know if it's just because, like, you know, it's first doll hype. Yeah, I got what I wanted after so many years, or if it's just, like, you know, that I am genuinely, like, really happy that I kind of went for it. I'm just really happy that, like, you know, nothing was fully wrong and it was, like, an easy fix with him. And that I did go with the doll that I really wanted over settling with something that I was kind of, like, not really, like, forced to, but was, like, the norm to start off with. Because, I feel if I went with an MSD, I wouldn't nearly be as happy as I am now. Because right now, I kind of even explained this to one of my close friends, like, you know, it was kind of a surreal experience, like, you know, actually getting him and like actually being able to look at him, to be able to hold him, to be able to like actually sit down and like, you know, pose with him. And that's another thing. He is super, super poseable, and I love it. Like, you know, at first I was worrying because like, you know, his arm kind of shot up. But like, you know, even with that kind of like doing that, he is still poseable. As you can see right now, he is currently holding this beaded necklace. I think this is what it is. I'm not really sure. It was my great grandma's, and it now is kind of like a arm wrap thing. I just thought it looked really neat, honestly. But he definitely, like, him being here is just, it's a very surreal experience, and I'm very happy about it. And like, I just feel like one moment I'm gonna be like, wake up and he's not gonna be here. Like, my sister said she had a dream about him, like somebody like taking him or whatever, saying that he bought him from the post office. And I'm like, I swear to God, if that actually happens, Gia, I might actually shoot you at this point, because I've been waiting 3 months for him to get here. Only for that to happen would be like, I would probably actually start crying. I actually almost kind of started crying when, like, you know, the whole leg thing happened. I know it kind of seemed like I was putting on like a positive like attitude because I didn't want to cry on camera over something minute as a doll's leg not really being strong. But like, it kind of like, it was worrying me that much that like, you know, like, oh, I bought a broken doll. Like, you know, he's not what I expected him to be. Like, he wasn't, like, he is what I expected to be. I just didn't like know how to handle the fact that his leg was not there. But like, I just feel like right now this is all a huge learning experience for myself. Like, I mean, look, he has clothing that I put together myself. I fixed his leg pretty much almost by myself, except for a little bit of help from my stepdad to help pull the elastic down because I'm very weak. And since it was only his leg, I didn't want to restring him as a whole. Plus, I didn't really have all the right tools. And even after going to making a trip to Walmart to buy a crochet hook, I bought the wrong size. And my mom was already kind of getting a little frustrated that he came broken and all that, especially after, you know, I spent a lot of money on him. But I am definitely happy right now. I know I keep kind of rambling, and I didn't really have anything more prepared other than just kind of talking about him because, you know, he's much more than I expected. He's a lot prettier in real life compared to the pictures, in my own personal opinions, and I can't wait to send him off to my friend to get his face up done so I can, like, actually have him as a whole right now. I want to, like, get, like, you know, my own stuff to be able to, like, do face ups and to do all this, but for the moment, I'm just kind of, like, happy with what I have as him. He is a beautiful doll. Both his face, I guess, like, that's, like, the actual sculpt, and his body, like, honestly, he can actually, like, his body is, like, completely skinny, like, and you can, like, up at the top part, you can kind of see, like, the rib indents of it, which I thought was kind of, like, a nice touch, but it also was kind of the body that I wanted this character to have. Which I'm really happy about. Like, this whole doll is just kind of like Grail doll status, I guess people would call it, and everything else, because he kind of is like a dream come true. And I know, like, that's kind of like stupid to say because, like, you know, Grail dolls are supposed to be unobtainable, and I mean, like, you know, if I were to actually have like a full-on Grail doll, I guess it would be the Fairyland Miko doll, because that doll, Jesus Christ, he is gorgeous. And if I could ever get my hands on a real one, not recast, because I don't do that. Nuh-uh. I will maybe make a video on that later if you guys want to see that, but for me, I just can't do that. Like, it is morally against, like, what I stand for. But if I could ever get, like, a actual Mika doll, like Mika Fairyland, like, I would probably cry. But for now, like, this sculpt, which is Charles by Gem of Dolls, he is pretty much what I would consider a Grail doll for myself. Which I know people, like, are probably going to get mad at me for throwing that term around so loosely, because it's already thrown around so loosely. But, like, he kind of just really is. Like, you know, I literally spent almost 2 weeks deciding what doll I was going to get, and I always kept coming back to him. I always kept going, yep, that's the doll I'm going to get. I would wander off for 3 seconds, but I would immediately go back to him and be like, but wait, he's the doll I want. He's the doll that has everything I want on it. Like, he is what I want. And like, you know, there's some other dolls that I find that are super gorgeous. Like there's a long soul doll that I have on my mind right now that I'm probably going to get for my second doll. And he's gorgeous and everything else, like, you know, and I just keep thinking back to, oh, but what about Cecil? Cecil has this, Cecil has that. Cecil is kind of like real doll for me. And I know, like, again, it shouldn't be tossed around so loosely, but he kind of is that to me, like, you know. And maybe that will change as time goes on, but for now, he's my real doll, and I can't really, like, say sorry or whatever for that, because, it's my feelings. I mean, I guess, like, you know, I just am a little bit more simple-minded than most who want, like, you know, some limited Lux doll, if I can speak today, some limited Lutz doll or something that is over $1,000, and I'm just over here like, yep, here's my beautiful 345.48 question mark, I can't remember exactly how much I paid for him, doll that was my first doll. And I kind of guess that's a good point to leave this video off at. I will be definitely posting more updates with him later. Maybe, like, I guess I will figure out, like, if I can start learning how to do face-ups, I'll probably post some more of that kind of stuff. Maybe even just some updates about my dolls or doll, depending on if I do plan on, like, I do plan on expanding, I just don't know when. And all that, like, I don't know, like, if you guys want to see more of this, I guess let me know. I mean, I know I don't really have a lot of people on here, but if you guys would like to see more dolls, let me know, and I'll try to actually do, like, kind of some of those doll tags with him and all that, even though, like, you know, I'm very inexperienced over here. As you can see, he doesn't have a face-up or anything, and he kind of has makeshift clothing because I was a bad doll mom and didn't get him proper clothing before I lost my job. But, I guess that's kind of it for now. I want to thank you all for watching and kind of experiencing with this with me, and I hope to see you guys soon, and hope you guys will stick with me as I continue my journey through the doll world and hobby. With that, I will see you later.